with the 24-hour per day access we have to national and international news these days, there are times when I'm sure all of you shake your heads at the huge amount of information that is poured out to us, in particular the amount of strange political intrigue, and you probably grow weary of trying to sort it all out and figure out what is truth and what is fiction. You think of the stories coming out of Iran about the arrest or the kidnapping of the 20 British sailors, or you hear the various points of view coming out of the war in Iraq, and you wonder to yourself, what is the truth? You might even start to crave for simpler days when everything was easy and straightforward and not everything was cloaked in a shroud of strange political intrigue. You might even harken back to something like the event of Palm Sunday when Jesus first rode into Jerusalem and think to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if things could be plain and simple like that once again? Our beloved Savior riding into Jerusalem on a donkey, the image of humility, and the little children waving the palm branches, greeting him with love and with peace. What a wonderful and great story. But I have to tell you this, that if you look at that story in a little more depth, you begin to realize that we are not the first era of people to be troubled by strange political intrigue. What happened on that first Palm Sunday was one of the strangest and darkest events in all of history, and the amount of meaning that was lying beneath the surface in all the things that went on is absolutely tremendous. I have read in various places the reasons why the children laid down the palm branches and their cloaks and shouted out, Hosanna. Some have said that they put the palms down so that that the donkey's feet wouldn't be hurt on the hard stones, because this event that we were seeing was such an event of peace and gentleness and wonder. Or others saying that they were waving the palms to cool Jesus down as he rode in on that hot day. And those are all very beautiful thoughts of simplistic devotion, but they are not correct. Those people who were waving the palm leaves had something else altogether in mind. The palm leaf, by that point in history, was no symbol of peace or love. The palm leaf was the symbol of military victory and freedom. The palm leaf had already been adopted by the Roman Empire as the symbol of victory in their athletic competitions, and the one who carried the palm leaf was the great victor over all the others. But within the context of the Jewish faith, the palm leaf had an even darker and more powerful image than that. These people who were now oppressed by the Roman Empire had one thing in their hearts and minds: the dream of freedom from the oppression of Rome, and everything in their society revolved around that dream of being set free. Since the Roman Empire had come and oppressed those people, they had lost the privilege of even minting their own coins. Now they had to use the coins of the empire, and they remembered the symbol that was on the last coin they had ever printed as a free people. And what was on the coin of the free Jewish state? The palm leaf. The symbol of freedom from Egypt and freedom from Philistine, and now it had become the symbol of freedom from Rome. So when those people waved those palms, it was not a show of peace or love. It was a show saying, "Give us freedom, free us from the oppressors." Beyond that, the things which they shouted were not words of love or devotion. They shouted out two things to Jesus: "Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna." And that, in the first century in Palestine, had become the rallying cry for the ultra-zealous people who were seeking liberation from Rome. It was a political rallying cry, and it means simply, "Set us free now! Set us free now!" The people were shouting.